You're telling them that you don't have a drug problem, but that you do admit that you were selling drugs. She could either put you in prison for 10 years or she could give you probation for 10 years.
Yes, ma'am.
You're asking this judge to put you on probation. Can you tell the judge why you are asking her to give you probation?
Yes, ma'am. My mom, she's very sick and there's no one there to help her. And she needs me there with her.
I will tell you, it is very rare for the court to see people admit to selling drugs and saying, no, I don't have a drug problem. I just sell drugs. If you love your mom, like you say you love your mom, then you need to stop doing this because you're according to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. The state is opposed to your application of community supervision.
He has been in and out of
the cause numbers are run concurrently.
This time,
and they're taking two cases
he finds
into
himself
consideration.
in serious trouble for selling drugs.
State, do you have any witnesses?
Things get extremely
Defense,
intense.
any witnesses?
Judge Boyd does not hold back.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me?
Admits
do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
You won't want to miss how it all
you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record,
brutal
please.
Sentencing at the end. What do you think about this court hearing? Share your thoughts in the
today,
comments.
And
if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe.
You understand that?
According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. The state is opposed to your application of community supervision. The cause numbers are to run concurrently, and they're taking two cases into consideration. State, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
I would just call my client, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record, please. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. We're here today for the judge to assess sentencing in your cases. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand all the cases that are being taken care of today and also the ones that are going to be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You asked the court to do what's called a TAP evaluation where you talk to the drug counselors prior for her to do this sentencing. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you remember what it is that you talked to them about just recently?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In your meeting with the drug counselors, my understanding, you're telling them that you don't have a drug problem, but that you do admit that you were selling drugs. And you understand that this judge has a wide range which she can do. The offer is 10 years. She could either put you in prison for 10 years or she could give you probation for 10 years.
Yes, ma'am.
You're asking this judge to put you on probation. Can you tell the judge why you are asking her to give you probation?
Yes, ma'am. My mom, she's very sick and there's no one there to help her. And she needs me there with her. And I know I can do better. I know I messed up.
Well, let me ask you this. How long has your mom been very sick?
It's been about 6 months.
All right. So why would you put yourself in this situation to be going to prison knowing that your mom may or may not need you?
I just had to make some money.
Why not get a job?
It was just didn't have enough time.
Oh, sure. There are plenty of places to work.
No, I mean, at the time, I needed quick money. And
why did you need quick money?
Because my pockets was flat and we couldn't eat.
Oh, they have places where you can get food for free.
Yes, no.
And who is this we could not eat?
Well, speaking of me, my mom had food in the house, but me and myself, me.
All right.
Yes. And so at this point, you understand that the judge has total control of what she can decide to do.
Yes, no.
Other than your mother being sick, what other concerns do you have and why you're asking this court to grant you probation?
But I know I feel it above my head, but I know I can do better.
Do you think that you could comply with the terms and conditions of probation?
I know I can.
You'd have to report once a month. You'd have to stay out of trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't hang around with people who sell or use drugs.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can't sell or use drugs yourself.
Right.
But you feel that you could comply at this time in your life.
Yes, ma'am. I know I can.
Pass witness, Your Honor.
State, any questions? All right. So what is his criminal history? Yes, please. Defense, any objections to the court reviewing the criminal history?
No objection.
Just to give you some background on this
10
case,
years.
this man
She
is
can
no
either put you in
stranger to
prison for 10
trouble.
years.
He has an
or she could put you on
extremely
probation for
long
10
criminal
years.
record on top of his current drug charge.
You're asking this
And
judge
honestly,
to put you on probation.
I don't even need
Can
to
you
know
tell
the exact
judge
details
why
to assume it's
you are
serious.
asking her to give you
What really
probation?
stands out to me, though, is that he claims he
my mom,
sold
she's
drugs
very
to
sick
support
and
his
there's
sick
no one there
mother.
to help us.
Seriously,
And she
he
needed me
couldn't
there
find a
with her.
regular job
And
or another way
I
to
know
earn
I can
money.
do better. I
That
know I messed
explanation
up.
just doesn't sit right
Well, let
with
me
me.
ask you this.
What do
How
you
long
think?
has your mom been
Does it
very
sound
sick?
legitimate? Or is he simply trying to
about
gain
6 months.
sympathy?
All right,
I mean,
so
in some
why would you
situations
put
like
yourself in
overwhelming
this
medical
situation to be
bills,
going to
it could
prison knowing
possibly
that
make sense,
your
but
mom
in this
may or
case,
may not need
especially
you?
with such a lengthy record, it
Just-
seems
I just had to make
unlikely.
some money.
The way he says
Why
it
not get a
so
job?
casually,
It was-
as if selling
just to
drugs
have
is just
enough
something you
time.
do when times get
Oh,
tough,
sure. There are
is kinda
plenty of
shocking.
places to work.
Maybe I'm out of
No,
touch,
I mean, at the
but I know
time,
Judge
I
Boyd
needed
isn't.
quick money.
She's sitting there
and
clearly
Why did you need quick money?
unconvinced, and you can tell she's
the
not
doctor
going to be
let him couldn't
lenient.
eat.
The law doesn't take this
Oh, they have
lightly,
places where you can
especially
get
when
food
there's a
for free.
repeated
It's not.
history of
And who
breaking
is
it.
this we could
It's
not?
one thing to make a single mistake, but
Well,
when it becomes a
even if we had
pattern,
leave, my
judges
mom had
usually
food in
come
the
down
house,
hard.
but me
Would you
and
give him
myself,
another chance,
me.
or is it time for him to
Oh.
face the consequences? Now we're at the
Yes,
moment where
and
Judge Boyd
So
is about to deliver the
at
sentence.
this point, you
And
understand
I'm
that
telling
the
you,
judge has
it's going to be intense.
total control of what
Will she hand down
she
the
can
full
decide to
10
do.
years in prison? Or will she surprise
other than your
everyone with
mother being
probation?
sick. What
Either
other
way, it's about to unfold. Share your
concerns do you
predictions in the
have
comments,
and why
and
you're
let's jump
asking this
back in.
court to grant? We understand he has a very long checkered history. We are asking you to think outside the box. He is asking for probation. He does have family he needs to take care of, and we are just asking to show some mercy and to grant him probation.
All right, Mr. I will tell you, it is very rare for the court to see people admit to selling drugs and saying, no, I don't have a drug problem. I just sell drugs. At the same token, people will come before me, and you've come before me, and you said there are other people that you need to take care of. People need to think about that before they do wrong. You understand?
I understand.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. And the court will sentence you to 9 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. And the cause number ending in 303. Court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. Sentence you to 9 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2024. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorneys? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
All right, because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, I've actually given you something less than you bargained for. And because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You are at a point now that if you pick up any new felony charges, depending on what type of felony it is, you're looking at a minimum of 25 years. And I will tell you, people say, oh, the jail is overcrowded. Oh, the prison's overcrowded. Guess what? People will always build new prison. They'll always find space for you. And if a cell is only supposed to have 10 people in it, if they need to put 20 people in that cell, they're going to put 20 people in that cell, whether it's a violation of federal law or not. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you love your mom, like you say you love your mom, then you need to stop doing this because you're breaking her heart. You understand?
Understand.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Honor. Maybe excused.
He has some dismissal, so he'll have it. And thank you.
Do you think 9 years was justified given this man's long criminal history and the drug charge? Honestly, Ido. He knew exactly what he was doing when he was out there selling drugs. And it's not as if this was his first time dealing with the system. If prison didn't teach him a lesson before, then it makes sense that he now has to face the consequences. It's harsh, but that's what happens when someone keeps repeating the same mistakes. The shocking part is that after these 9 years, if he commits another felony, he could be facing a mandatory minimum of 25 years. Basically a one-way ticket to spending most of his life in the system that I will say, though, that he was respectful in court, which isn't always the case. It makes me wonder whether he truly wants to change or if he's simply good at keeping his composure. Either way, I hope he finally learns from this. It's also hard not to feel sympathy for his mother. Imagine watching your child get caught up in this cycle again and again. That has to be heartbreaking that at the end of the day, the law exists for a reason. If you're willing to take those risks, you have to be prepared for the consequences that follow. Hopefully, he uses these 9 years to reflect and come out ready to live a better life. But who knows? Do you think he'll turn things around, or will he end up back in court? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this reaction and want more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow so we can continue covering cases like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.